Hello, my name's Jim Copeland. I am credited with bringing Horseball to Britain. I first saw it in 1990 at the Horse of the Year show when they had 4 French teams come over, and I was that excited about it. I rang them the next day and said, who's doing it in Britain? And they said, you are. Here's the names and addresses of people who are interested. A lot of people these days use the word Quidditch because I think they copied the goals a bit from us. It's a cross between rugby and basketball on horseback. And it's a very good spectator sport because it's played on a small pitch, so you can see the action right in front of you, basically.
Hi, I'm Uma. I am 15 years old. I've been playing horseball for 2.5 years now, and I play for North London under-16s team. We're here today at training. We normally start with passing the ball a bit in walk, trot, canter, and then we'll get on to some more exercises and passing drills, and then finally some shooting at the end.
Not only does today's relaxed session give current players a chance to train before the season kicks off, but it also welcomes some new faces for their first taste of horseball.
Confidence, ready, go. Right, okay. Quick turn. Where are you going? Go Lulu, go Lulu, you've got to get up to the goal.
Yeah, I really would rather not. Jack, wait till we're all back and then we'll go together.
It was then picked up by a group of people, generally led by a guy called Jean-Paul Dupont from the Bordeaux region. It became a discipline of the French Federation, and then in the late 80s, early 90s, it spread around Europe. Since then, it's slowly spreading around the world. 15 countries now competing in the World Cup.
It's fast, intense and thrilling, but this sport comes with high risk. It is crucial for both horse and rider to be safe throughout every training session and match. So let's hear from Pro Elite player and coach Rhys McNamara as he talks us through some of the tack and equipment used.
Given it's a training session, we have brushing boots on. These would normally be bandages. We have overreach boots on as well. So starting from the top, moving to the back, we have on a bridle. Then we have a standing martingale that will stop the horse's head reaching up so the ball doesn't hit off it when we're making a pass. That obviously goes down onto the girth. We have a saddle, stirrups, and attached to these stirrups is a pickup strap. So as we demonstrated picking up earlier on, this is what helps you hook your foot and it not go flying over to the other side. Rider, we have boots like any other discipline. On these we have spurs. They do have to be on the smaller side as we do use them. We don't want to hurt the horses. Then we have jodhpurs, normally a team kit. We have on our North London kit at the moment, and a helmet. That's the checklist for horseball.
The game was invented in the 70s by a captain of the Cadre Noir, the French military academy, and it was developed from them. Originally they started picking up the ball without straps, and then they watched the Cossacks and decided straps would make it considerably easier, which it does for older people and younger people, come to that.
Yes, the pickup strap is a must-have for every player. Well, let's take a look at some of the other pieces of kit in a bit more detail.
This doesn't look like a hat that you would have in other equestrian disciplines. This looks a bit more like a bike helmet, am I right in saying
Yeah,
that?
no, you are. So this is a Kep hat, it's just a brand. So this is mainly what we use. It's not a necessity. You can use any helmet of your choice. This just seems to be in fashion at the moment. But as you can see, it's quite lightweight. You've got vents around the front so you don't get too sweaty. Keeps you nice and cool when you're riding, and the most important one is it keeps you safe.
What else have we got? Let's start off with what you're wearing here, because this is all part of the horse's tack, isn't it?
Yes, correct. So as demonstrated in the pickup, this is kind of what keeps you on. So this will go from a stirrup through the martingale onto the other stirrup. So when you go for a pickup, it will anchor you, so it'll keep your foot supported here as well as the one down here, so you can pick that ball up. Then when you come back up, it returns back to normal and ensures that you stay on.
So am I right in saying that this part here would go on the stirrup, and some of the stirrup irons, they have like a little lip underneath, don't they?
Yes.
That goes on here, and then
Yeah.
this would go onto the girth and also the martingale,
Yep.
and then that's on the other side.
Yeah, so we pull it through and attach it to this side so you're connected both stirrup to stirrup.
You can see it's a really strong piece of leather.
Yeah,
so
it
you're not
is.
going anywhere.
No, that will support you. I can vouch for that.
And is it the same rule that you'd have with other pieces of tack that the buckles go on the outside?
Yes, correct. So we have the buckle on the outside, so when we're going for a pickup, you don't have the buckle or the clip pushing into the horse's elbow to make it uncomfortable for him. It always faces away.
And lastly, we have the star of the show, don't we, really?
Yes,
What
we do.
is this? I mean, of course, look, it's a horseball ball, but
Yep.
I mean, you've got many straps going on. Talk to me about the ball.
Sure, so this is a size 4 football with 6 leather straps around it. So different sizes for different classes. We have a size 4 for men's and a size 3 for ladies and juniors. Makes it a bit easier to throw around when there's less weight as well.
Well, that's the equipment, but what about the horse itself? Horseball welcomes all breeds, but for players aiming for the top, the thoroughbred is often the breed of choice. Now let's explore the sport's strong connection with the former racehorse.
Hi, I'm Jack Quinlan. I'm 14 years old. I've been playing horseball since literally I could walk. This is my mum's horse Magic, and I've also got a thoroughbred at home which I'm producing to play junior horseball on.
My first horse I played on was a thoroughbred, and that people started, because I could outrun them, people then discovered that if they're, for want of a better word, wastage from that they're not interested in racing, they do take a time to retrain, and in my opinion it's not a job for an inexperienced person. But they do train well, they school well, they can do a good dressage test, they're quick.
They come over to horseball and they just seem to adapt really well to it. We've currently got a 5-year-old thoroughbred who was bred for racing, never made it into training, just didn't grow big enough. So I bought her for my son to play juniors on this year. She played a bit of polo. She is quite young. She hasn't got that experience of most thoroughbreds that have been on the track. So she had a bit of a fright with the ball, and we're just bringing her back slowly. And yeah, she seems to be doing okay. So hopefully she will be his junior's pony. This is Paprika. She is bred out of Camacho. She was bred to go into training, but didn't grow big enough, I presume. And then she was bought by a gentleman who plays polo. They played a few baby chuckers and things like that on her, and I think they sold her, just they had too many numbers and she wasn't one that they needed anymore, but they had her from 2-year-old until she was 4. We bought her last summer.
What is the first thing you do when you get them home?
So it's really just getting them used to the ball and it's the movement, I suppose, because in horseball there's a lot of leaning off the side and things like that, and some horses are just not used to that. When we went to try her, we tried her with the ball, she was absolutely fine, but she did have a little bit of a fright when we took her to training the first time. We probably took her a bit too soon, so she got a bit nervous with the ball, but we've done loads and loads of groundwork at home, just getting her to realise it's not that scary.
Yeah.
And so this is probably her first training properly back now. For a thoroughbred, people have these thoughts on thoroughbreds that they're wild or whatever, but no, definitely not.
No. What do you look for in a former racehorse for horseball?
Sensible heads, ones that are not too hot, because they can get a bit too excited in the game sometimes, but that's, as long as it's manageable, it's not a bad thing. Just a trainable attitude, really, and yeah, she seems to have that at the moment, so.
We have had support from the ROR, the Retraining of Racehorses charity, over the years. They have helped us a bit with our international teams. It is an amateur sport, so everything is coming out of the players' pockets. And although we're privileged to own horses, you're talking about, in some cases, students who are doing weekend jobs to try and pay for their hobby.
My favourite thing about horseball has got to be the team spirit behind the sport. A lot of other equestrian sports don't really have that. And I feel like when you're on that pitch, both on and off the pitch, you make relationships and friendships that will last a lifetime.
Any age can play. I played till I was 70.
How old are you now?
76. That's partly COVID intervened, and then you think, well, my horse is clocking on as well, it's time to call it a day and let some others do it. I would like to see it become a respected sport, professional sport with sponsorship, TV, and then once you've got TV, it's easier to get money in the game, so that the players who are giving up an awful lot of time to be good at their sport and represent their country at the top end can actually get some sort of recompense for all the time and money they spend.
Well, that brings us to the end of this little glimpse into the world of horseball. A relaxed training Sunday session with current players welcoming first-time players into the sport. Now, if you have any questions about today's episode, feel free to pop those in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.